Hi everyone. Well, my name's Diane and I garden here in the northeast of England, and I'm so pleased that you can join me on this Easter weekend. So today's video is going to be about me planting some new plants in my white garden, which is this very small space at the back of my house. So I'm going to divide the video up. So the first bit of the video, I'll show you around the space and tell you sort of how I came to the decision to make a white garden. And the second bit of the video, I'll show you some of the new plants that I've just received because it's been my birthday. So I got some beautiful new plants. Right, so I'll show you around. So one more thing before I show you the plants, you can very clearly see today that this is a garden that is very much a garden of two halves. So this border here is south facing and that corner, and this border is north facing, and over there is the sea, that's east. So this border here is the problematic side because apart from a very watery early morning sun, or light I should say, it's in deep shade all day. So yes, that is what I have to contend with. So, I'll make a vlog about the creation of this white garden, because not everybody has a perfect sized garden. Well, is there such a thing as a perfect sized garden with lots of sunshine all the time? I mean, look at the stark difference there. So yes, so the fencing in this area used to be bright orange. I never really liked the colour of that fencing. I just made a mistake when I bought the paint. So last March, I think it was, or February when I started the channel, I painted the fence. It took 4 coats of black to get it this colour. And then last year, the top of the back of our garage fell off. It just rotted. So I thought, you know what? We're going to replace that and I'm going to paint that black as well. So it'll be a really good backdrop for the beautiful white plants that are going to grow here. And you can't see this area from the back of my house. That is the angle I see from my conservatory. So it is a black box, but it doesn't look too overpowering. So in this shady part of the garden, I've got some of the plants. I took lots and lots of the plants out. They were mainly in that top area there. And I'll put the link to the video where I dug that border out last year. But you'll see that I've got plants which are not white, and these have been here for years. So I wasn't going to dig everything out. I thought I'll see what comes up, and any interlopers like these beautiful little daffs, I'll wait until they're finished, I'll deadhead them, then I'll dig them up in the green and I'll transplant them to a different part of the garden. So I've got 2 lovely clumps of fern there, and I've got some beautiful white hellebores. And you know, these white hellebores, I hadn't even noticed them growing because obviously it was so overgrown. Got some nice little white primroses. These have all been here. I've got a geum. Now he's not going to be white, so I'll dig him out. I think he's orange. I've got a beautiful Sarah Bernhardt peony coming up there, so I know I'll have to dig her out. And I've got beautiful coloured hellebores. I'll dig those ones out. Then I've got a beautiful bleeding heart. He was here already. And this is a gorgeous white hydrangea, stunning. So it's time now. I can deadhead him, cut the flowers, the old flowers back to the buds. He's beautiful. I planted these hellebores this year. These are white. I split a big patch of pulmonaria this year, and I planted a bit there and a bit there because you'll see with the paving stones, I've got sort of nice tooth-shaped areas where I can sort of plant creeping plants. And then this is by far my most favourite hellebore. Isn't she gorgeous? So I'll wait until she's finished flowering, dig her out. There's another one there, I'll dig her out. You'll see at the back there, these plants here are Amimagus. Again, I'll put links to the videos. I love Amimagus. It grows about 5 or 6 foot tall in my garden, pencil thin, bit like a Verbena bonariensis. And then it gets a big white flat lacy flower on the top. It's gorgeous. I've got bluebells coming up here, lots more patches of fern, and I've also been planting lots and lots of white bulbs in this area. I got a few beautiful carex. These have just gone in this year because I think that white and green stripe is beautiful, and it's going to be very much a white and green palette in this area. My sister Shirley has just bought me this beautiful white wallflower. Now these are new daffs that I've planted, and these ones open pale yellow but then fade to white. And then that gorgeous one, isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Some lovely bobby-headed saxifrage. And then I've planted this white climbing rose, which is going to, I've put the wires up already, so he's going to grow up there. I've got some white phlox. Then along the front here, I've just had a look and the names come off the label. I'll have to look at the video. I don't know what these little bulbs are called, but I've got a video out called Creating the White Garden. I'll have a look at that, or you can have a look at that, and it'll tell you the name of those. And then along the front here, I've planted some Argentine forget-me-nots, and I think these are just coming up here. So then these are white iris in here. A bit left over. And then these beautiful, I think these are tulips, and I think they are white and green. Gorgeous. And then we've got these pretty ones. And then I bought this, which is a geranium black and white army, and I was really concerned. I planted him last year, and last week there was still no sign of him, but this week that is definitely him. So I'm delighted with that. What else have I got? I've obviously planted something at the front here. Can't remember what he is. This is Catenanche. Some more lovely bulbs coming up there. Then we have a very beautiful salmon pink lawn tulip there. Again, I'll just wait until he's finished flowering and then I'll move him somewhere else. Got lots of dusty mill around here. At the back, that big clump there, I'll try and get out my own shadow, that is oxeye daisy. So that'll give me a lovely clump of height at the back there. I've got Aqualesia here. He's been here for years. Can't remember what colour he is, but if he's the least sort of palest pink, I'll keep him in. More saxifrage. I think that's a beautiful pale blue geranium. So he would come out. Some more carex. This clump here is the most beautiful, tall, pure white iris. So that's great. I had a huge patch of Rebecca here, which I transplanted last year. These look like tulip leaves. These will be white tulips. I've got some London Pride here. He can stay in the white garden because that's very, very pale pink, the flower there. Another clump of Aquilegia, big clump there. This is the parent plant, the pulmonaria, that I split. I just took a couple of bits off the back. Another clump of daffs coming to the end. Similar, I'll deadhead them and move them in the green. Then I have a lovely hellebore that's finished flowering here. So I'll dig him up and move him into the little woodland garden that I'm creating. And then here in this area here, if you can see these coming up here, this is Solomon seal, really tall, beautiful white flowers. And my thinking there, I can just move back, because adjacent to this area is a very small shady courtyard area where I grow Japanese acers and hostas. So I've got my back to that now, but as I step into the white garden, I will see the tall Solomon seal there. Then I'll see the white iris there, that's a bit of height, and then the oxeye daisy up at the top. And then underneath the conservatory window here, I have an array of pots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant these all out with white plants. So, I need to move these out because I've got a plant coming up in here. That's it. Yes, so in the greenhouse I've got lots of white antirrhinums, and I've got white fuchsias and white begonias. So I'll just have a container garden running along here with white plants. Right, I'll show you some of the plants I've bought and some of the plants that I've been given as birthday gifts. Right, so this is the lovely selection of plants that I got off my husband for my birthday. So this one here is called Sweet Woodruff. Oh, it just smells delicious. It's so intoxicating, the perfume. And apparently it's quite a vigorous creeper, but quite shallow rooted. So so it's not a problem. You just sort of pull out what you don't want. And when I take it out of the pot, I'm going to see if I can actually, because it's so vigorous, I might actually divide that into 3 and just put a bit there and 2 bits elsewhere. And then the other plant I got is an Actia Matsumara white pearl. And this says white flowers in summer, sun or part shade in any good soil. So that's great. This little one here is a geranium fame, but it's a white geranium fame. I have got the black one already in the side garden. Then I have Veronica Gentianoides Tissington White. And this one is white flower spikes, sun or part shade. Again, brilliant. This one is Francoa Confetti Alba. Right, now this one is for full sun. So I've obviously had this south facing border in mind for that. So I'll have to check and see how tall. Oh, 60 centimeters this. And then this one here called Dysperopsis pernii. small white flowers with green tips, late spring, highly scented, grows in shade, humus rich soil. So that is going to be perfect for that border over there. And then I got a lovely white rhododendron from my sister Kathleen. This is Arctic fern. And this one is a dwarf one. At least we hope it's dwarf. And then I bought this one, which is a Weigelia, black and white. Again, this should be a dwarf one. And then I have bought these ones. So that is the most beautiful Aquilegia. So this is Aquilegia Spring Magic White. Gorgeous. And what I'll do is I'll try and put pictures of the plants in flower and sort of splice them into the video. What's this one? Oh, Scabiosa Incisa Kudo White. It's very pretty. And then I've got a white Icelandic poppy. Oh, and I love Achillea. So this is Achillea Marshmallow. That looks fun, doesn't it? And then I've got Symphiandra Pendula. Now, I've never heard of this, but that's what the flower looks like. So I'll have to have a look and see what height of these plants is and where they like to be. This isn't for the white garden because I don't know what colour it is. It's just a garden auricula. Lovely and healthy though. A little white primrose just because he's so pretty. And I haven't got any on this side of the garden. Then a lovely white primula. Pom-pom primula. And then I've bought lots of these little plants to sort of go into those tooth-shaped areas and they'll just spread around. So this one, I loved it because of the variegated foliage. So this is an Arabis Ferdinandi Coburgi Old Gold with a tiny little white flower on it. This one is Helenianthemum, the Bride. And I thought that sort of sagey green foliage is really pretty. Because obviously when the palette is so white, then I have to bring interest into the garden with different shades of green and different leaf textures. So I think it's going to be beautiful. And then last, but by no means least, this is Androsace. Oh, Stardust. I can't even pronounce that one. So lovely little plants. I think these ones were like $1.99, but they've got lots of root on them. They're just going to take off. So I'm very excited about this project, really looking forward to getting these plants in now. So I've been in the process of creating this white garden for months now and talking about it. And one of my subscribers said, oh, is that called a moon garden? So I Googled it, did some research, and I am actually creating a moon garden. I didn't realize that. But a moon garden is just a garden space that has lots of white flowers or very light flowers and foliage in that you can sort of appreciate in the moonlight or the early evening. But more than that, it's usually filled with highly perfumed flowers as well, which I've sort of gravitated towards anyway without realizing what I was doing. Um, and a moon garden attracts different pollinators to it. So you'll get plants that are pollinated by moths at night and bats and the wind. So that's the difference between a moon garden and your regular garden. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope if you're thinking of doing a white garden, I would say just go for it. I hope the weather's been nice in your area and you've managed to get out in the garden this Easter weekend. And please do come back and see how the white garden looks in the months to come. So until next time, bye bye.